From couches to corporations, when fun implodes under the weight of greed. Remember when Airbnb meant quirky rentals in someone's extra room? Maybe you'd find a guitar in the corner, a cat might crawl into bed, or a handwritten note suggesting the best taco stand. It felt human, authentic, and genuinely welcoming. But today, Airbnb reflects the cold efficiency of corporate hospitality, prioritizing profit margins over warmth and safety of guests. Here's a real-life example that we just had only a few weeks ago. When we arrived at our recent Airbnb, the host informed us that there had been a leak in the room above us and assured us that the freshly painted wall was completely dry and all the windows were wide open in the place. However, upon touching the wall, my finger returned white, clearly indicating wet paint and a spongy wall. Over the next days, it became evident the plaster was melting, and with persistent wet line indicating the leak remained unresolved. Despite our repeated concerns, the host continually dismissed the issue, leaving us feeling gaslighted and without immediate alternatives in a new country. By the fourth day, the lingering fumes became overwhelming, like stepping into a paint store. My health noticeably deteriorated. For our own safety, we booked a hotel. As we were packing to leave, the host representative walked into the apartment, windows still wide open, saw me documenting the issue over a video in the hallway while I was there with the cat. Later, reviewing the video, I noticed my eyes were visibly dilated from the toxic exposure. Initially, the host promised their insurance would cover our hotel stay. Yet shockingly, just 2 days later, the message claims that the leak was fixed and the paint was fully dried, an obvious impossibility. Added to the result of injury, the promised reimbursement by the month's end never materialized, leaving us stranded financially and emotionally with this. Our experience underscores a troubling trend as Airbnb evolves into a corporate giant. Essential values like guest safety and genuine hospitality often become secondary to maximizing profits. Which begs the question, what has been lost along the way? But now, entire apartment buildings are snapped up, local renters pushed out, and that sense of hospitality traded in for ROI metrics. The couch, once offered with warmth, is now wrapped in the business models and algorithmic pricing. The bigger pattern, power, greed, implosion. History isn't subtle about this pattern. When individuals or institutions hoard power or wealth unchecked, empathy gets replaced with ego. Pharaohs, emperors, corporate czars, time and time again. The higher they climb without connection to the ground, the harder they crash. Think about Rome. Think Enron. Think insert your favorite billionaire spiral here. What once started as with purpose, connection, innovation, even joy, becomes bloated, self-serving, and ultimately self-destructive. Tesla? Not touching it. And I get it. This feeling, this heartbreak, it's watching a good deal lose its soul. The loss of empathy. What causes these implosions isn't just market forces, it's emotional erosion. Power with empathy is like driving a spaceship with no brakes. Leaders stop listening. Systems stop caring. And those marginalized get erased, displaced, ignored, or priced out of their own neighborhoods. Connecting the dots to the now, when the tech companies displace entire communities under the banner of innovation, it's not just about housing, it's about identity, cultural roots. Greed has its way of sterilizing joy. On the flip side, the counterweight, that's us. Here's where it flips. Power can implode, but people rise. We've always done this, from Stonewall to Standing Rock, from the Japanese villagers who resisted nuclear re-entry zones to the tenants reunionizing across the globe. There's a ripple of resistance, born not of anger alone, but love. Airbnb might not be what it was, and Tesla might not be what it was promised, but our values, those can still be seeded, reclaimed, watered. We can choose not to sell the couch, but to sit on it with neighbors again, with those who we call family. This is what truly makes life amazing. Thanks for listening.